Right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is what it is to be a field ninja. So anyway, I've had a bit of a think about one of my little gardens. Mostly that's the one in the bracken patch. It appears there's a lot more slugs there than I first thought, and that's more than likely down to the fact that I could have cleared it out a lot better. So I've moved those plants. I'm absolutely knackered. Bearing in mind they're 37 litre pots, but they're not all completely full. They are still pretty damn heavy. So as you can see, it's dark out here. If you're afraid of the dark, and deers and foxes and all sorts of interesting creatures that go around in the dark and the sounds that they make, guerrilla growing might not be for you, because though you've seen a couple of my videos in the daytime, predominantly your work's done at night, if you don't want to get caught, that is. So as you can see, sun's setting. It's like 10:30 at night. Things will get harder as it gets later on into the season, and the darkness onsets quicker, so you have to either work fast or work in the night. So so I've moved these plants down to another garden. This one is one that I cleared out that I was going to use for next year, but in light of the fact of the slugs, I decided to move it now to this one, and I think this one's going to be quite nice. I think it's quite isolated. It's in pretty much plain sight, but you would never know it's there. To be honest with you, anyone can walk anywhere, so even if you think that there's no chance of anyone finding it, you're pretty much guaranteed someone will have walked there at some point, and they could walk there again, so you just got to try and make it hard for them to want to walk back, and you can do that by creating natural barriers. When you cut down those trees and you cut up all of that stuff that's in your way, that's blocking out the sun, that stuff's extremely useful for creating horrible paths to walk down. So you can build all that stuff up in a big mess and clog up any places that look like there's a path there. If you're clever, you can make it so you can remove it and then put it back without too much difficulty, but anyone who looked at it might go, you know what, I'm not going to bother with going through that. That's the general idea of natural barriers. You could go as far as putting up barbed wire and stuff like that, as long as you make it look like it was a farmer that did it, and not someone like us. Make it look as professional as possible if you were going to do that, but obviously it's expensive, and you've got to go and dig holes to make it look proper and everything. So apologies that it's so dark, but this is what you're going to be working in. So anyway, I'm going to move these plants. I'm going to fight my way through woodland in the dark, which is interesting, to put it that way. Sticks in the eyes, scrapes along your face. I've got a thick jacket on, it's still hot, so I'm sweating quite a lot, and stupidly I forgot to bring my water with me. But yeah, you live and learn. That's what this process is all about, all these little things. So yeah, this patch that I've got down here, it's probably about 5 metres by 5 metres, and I use the Sun Surveyor app again, and I know that this patch here gets 12 hours of sun. I've chopped back everything without basically making it look obvious that anything's been chopped back. So there's a nice little hole in the middle of something that looks like it's a huge giant bush. So yeah, I highly recommend the Sun Surveyor app. It is expensive, I think it's like £7, but to be honest with you, I haven't found a more valuable tool than that, because that tells me exactly where the sun is and where the sun is going to be, and it predicts it each day as it goes by, so I know 100% guaranteed that this site here gets 12 hours of continuous sun all day. every day during the height of summer. And obviously as winter goes on, it will get lower and lower and lower, which is obviously what you need for the flowering stage for photo periods. So I know this is a good site here. So if you want to check it out, it's get it on Play Store or App Store, whatever it is. I use Android, so yeah, it's an Android, whatever. So yeah, it's a good little tool. I would highly recommend it when scouting out sites. But yeah, anyway, so I'm going to go and do this stuff. I'll catch you guys next time. It's UK Field Ninja. See you guys later.